Hey guys, so I'm sitting here in this little cafe that I ate in last night and I ate in again tonight. It's got to be the best value in town. I had a beautiful salad, really nice salad, just lettuce and onion and that sort of peppers and tomato and olive oil and crunchy bread, absolutely delicious. And then I had two chicken sticks, those brochettes, two chicken brochettes with an alloy sauce and chips and a couple of non-alcoholic beers. So I feel like a new man. So let me tell you why I'm eating. It's about 5:30 in the evening and this is my first meal of the day. An interesting day. So I told you yesterday I didn't know what I was going to do, hadn't made up my mind. And I went to bed last night thinking, I don't want to go. I don't want to do another day of this. It's hard going, and maybe I just bum around Las Palomas today. But I woke up this morning. I actually slept it in. I didn't sleep particularly well. There's no window in the room, and so it gets a bit stuffy. And people outside in the inner courtyard, if you wish, keep turning the lights on, and the light comes in through the window, in through the curtains, which aren't blackout blinds. So I woke up a few times, but I got up at 8:30 and I said, damn it, I'm finishing this. So I had a quick shower and put on my gear and negotiated the bus system here and got on the bus and got up to where I finished yesterday at 10:30, which is really late. I mean, normally I'd be almost finished by 10:30. I certainly have a big chunk of it done. I'd have 4 hours done. Yeah, I'd be almost finished. So I got back on the trail and started. Now today's walk was very different from the last 2 days. So the first day was vertical, as I told you, very hard uphill, about 22k. Yesterday was sort of tough as well, downhill, about 22k as well. So two 22k days. Today's was quite different. Today's was pretty much flat. At the very beginning, it was hilly, and but not hills like I had in the first 2 days. So I might have a steep ascent or descent, but went on for a few hundred meters, not a few thousand meters. So it was very doable. The next thing was that once I got out of where I picked up the trail again, once I got moving, I got onto pretty much packed gravel roads, those hardcore roads, packed and rolled. And that was sort of it the whole way down. So the challenge wasn't the walking. My feet were fine, the shoes were fine. Felt a couple of hot spots on my feet, which is sort of interesting. I can imagine if I went another day, I would start a blister, or I'd have to be super careful. But I was really pleased with the shoes. As I said before, they've held up like really well. When you consider I'm really only breaking them in, I'm walking like 22k a day, breaking them in. It's a lot. So the challenge today wasn't the walking. The challenge today was the heat, and I sort of anticipated that, knowing starting off at 10:30 that it would be hard going, and it really was. Now the sun was blocked out a few times. Some cloud cover came over, and boy, that was a blessed relief. But most of the time the sun was beating down on me, and I had a little bit of a sense of what it must be like in going through the Mesa in northern Spain on the Camino de Santiago. And so it was hot and I ran out of water. I was down to my peppermint tea, the last little drops. So when I finally got to Las Palomas, I had nothing left, no fluid at all. So I got there, and then of course only to find I waited for the bus to get me back to where I'm staying. And the bus pulled up, but he wouldn't let me on. It was full. It was chockers. So he said, no, it's full up, no more room. So I had to walk back to the accommodation. And that was a bit of a pain because I got a beautiful surprise when I came in off the walk. I anticipated 22k, so I sort of paced myself saying, 10k to go, 9k to go, 8k to go. And then when I was at what I thought 4k to go, 3k to go, all of a sudden I was there. I was finished. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I don't know if I took a shortcut, or I don't know if anyway, I don't know, but it was a beautiful surprise. But then of course I had to walk 1.5 kilometers back to the accommodation, but that was okay. I didn't mind. So I got home and I just had a shower. That was the single most important thing. Get off the offing, get into the shower. So I had a shower and I washed all my gear and I've been hanging up drying. And the second most important thing was to come up here and get fed. So I mean, I'm just too tired. I'm really sort of knackered now at this stage, you know. I felt it at the end of the day. I really felt it. I'm not sure I could have done another day of this, but yeah. So I just wanted to eat, and I couldn't be bothered trying to find somewhere else to go and do something different. I just came up here. It was good last night, and it was good again tonight. And the people here are lovely. I think I'll be the friendliest people around. Really, really nice people. Yeah, I really like them. Now, today's Tuesday, so I've got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I have 3 days left. And of course, the question is what to do with my 3 days. And it was funny this morning, really wanting to walk. I found that sort of very strange. I wanted to get back out. I didn't want to be around, not people, but I didn't want to be around built up areas. Or whatever. I just wanted to get back out into the mountains. I think this is the first time ever for me I felt that. I really just wanted to get back walking. So that's been a really interesting takeaway for me from this. I watched a girl online who, I think I mentioned her before, the one who said everything is still possible. And she talked about the community being broken into 3 stages. The community of Santiago de Compostela. The first section is for your body, to get it ready. The second section is for your mind, to go through the mental struggle, the psychological struggles. And the third section is for your soul, where it all sort of comes together. And I hope it's true. But I'm super excited now, having done these 3 days on my own, over the mountain. I'm really, really excited to do the Camino. But I realised 5 weeks or whatever it's going to be, 30 days, 35 days, it's going to be a big ask, it's going to be a big challenge. And the pacing yourself is really important. Somebody said to me again, start off like an old man, finish like a young man, i.e. start off super slowly. And yeah, and that way you'll make it to the end, you'll be bouncing into Santiago de Compostela. So that's really good. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I booked a hostel up in Las Palmas. So I'm going to go up to Las Palmas tomorrow morning, get on the bus, work my way up, spend the morning getting there, check in, and I'm just going to bum around Las Palmas. I have my book here that my good friend John Brady gave me, East of Eden, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and pretty much just read that, maybe just go to the beach, have a swim, go for some nice long walk on the beach, that kind of stuff. No big deal, take it super easy. So, last comment here, my takeaways from this trip. My first big takeaway is that the gear is super important. So I think I've got good shoes. My socks were okay. They weren't the lined socks, the 2-layered socks. They were just my ordinary 1,000-mile socks. But I think I'd like to try the 2-layered socks and see what kind of a difference they make. The shoes were good. I think the socks were good. My shorts were wonderful until when I was getting up today, they caught on a rock and I ripped the ass of them. I did an L-shaped cut in the ass, so it sort of flaps up and down. Thankfully there's a slip inside, but you know, but I really like those shorts. They've got an elastic band at the waist. But one of these big thick elastic bands like so, and very easy on you, no sense, you don't really feel it on you. They're super light, that's why they're ripped, of course. They're super light, really, really nice. So I think I'm going to get myself a couple of pairs of those. And the tops I'm wearing, these tops are perfect for it. As I said, the light fleece, the merino wool fleece, and then a heavier fleece, just a slightly heavier fleece, and the jacket, the waterproof jacket. That's really the gear for the trip. And then you bring your toilet bag and a couple of bits and pieces, and really maybe some flip-flops to wear in the evening. I go around with bare feet, and you really don't need anything more. The other thing I thought was really important, so I had my little knapsack, the small little knapsack I use a lot, sort of like a briefcase. That's what I brought with me. It's absolutely the wrong knapsack. So for lots of reasons, everything rubs in the wrong places. You don't get the support on your hips. It's not tied across your chest. I could go through a litany of things. Nothing is where it should be, where you want to put your phone, where you want to put your water. So you need the right one. I'm going to have a good look, maybe get a little bit of advice from Ellie and Carl, and look at one, maybe a 50-litre bag or something, but with all the pockets in the right place, or all the things in the right place, being clip things on and fix things. I think that's really, really important. And apart from that, you need sunscreen. I didn't bring any sunscreen, and I could have done with some. And I take the sun well, but there's taking the sun well and there's stupidity. And I think this is a bit stupidity what I did. And that's really it. I'm really glad I came down to the training. And I think it's been a really good learning experience. I need to do lots more of them. And that takes me to my final point, which is my week away in the sun. So now I've finished this walk and I've left for 3 days. And I don't like this. I commented on this before in a previous video, that when I went away and I was sitting there in Alicante saying, what do I do now? And really, I think for me, the weeks away have to be activity based. I have to go away and do something on my motorbike, walking. It doesn't really matter. I have to do something, and I think I need to fill up the week. So my next one, I haven't planned it yet. My next one is definitely going to be a full week. Wherever I go, I'm going to be doing something for a week. And even if it's like, as I said before, a tennis camp where I go banging away the ball for a week, but I'm going to do something for a week. I have 3 days left, and I have absolutely nothing to fill the 3 days with, and I have absolutely no interest in sitting around. So I think that those are all my learnings. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I'm going to do one more video. I mentioned this before. I'm going to do one more video at the end when I get back, pull together all the photos I took and the little clips and bits and pieces, and make one video of the trip. So that's it, guys. Good talking. Mind yourselves. Bye.